Good morning, students. Sairam. Welcome you all again in our next session of online classes. So, students, we have completed our four chapters. Number one is nature and significance of business. Second, public-private. Second is form of business organization. Third, public, private, and global enterprises. Fourth is business services. And now we are going to start our next chapter with the chapter number fifth, which is emerging mode of business. So, students, what are you understand by the um, name of the chapter emerging mode of business? Emerging modes means how can we do business, how can we modify our business with the modification in our environment, because as we know our environment is frequently changes, rapidly changes. The nature of the business is also changes according to this. So how can it change? Like any political changes due to any customer demand, change in fashion trend. So the uh, the way of doing business is also modifying with the change in environment. So emerging modes means how can we modify our modes of business and what are the various way of doing our business. Okay, student. So now we emerging mode of business. The first topic is e-business. What the how can we do, how we do our business nowadays? We is using laptops, computer, means we do electronic business, means we do business by using internet. Okay, online we do business, we purchase thing, we sell thing, we recorded production processes, we appoint employees, we take we purchase raw material, anything, means we made all the records in our computers. Okay, so how can how what is the method of doing business nowadays? We do electronic business, means by using internet. Okay, means we do online business. So this is nowadays this is a modified way of doing business or any trading activity. Now, first of all, we have to understand what is e-business. E-business is a electronic connection of business operation to customers, supplier, employees, and other partners. E-business means it is a electronic connection, means we take order by the customers through mode of internet, through online. We take their orders, then according to their demand we supply them product according to their demand to satisfy them. So for that we give that order to the wholesaler, then wholesaler give that order to the producer, and then the producer produces according to the demand of customer. So how it process do? It is only done by a electronic connection, which we can say e-business. It is also refers to a broader definition of e-commerce, not just buying and selling of goods and services, but also serving customer, collaborating with business partners, conducting e-learning, processing, and electronic transaction. Look, students, e-commerce and e-business both are interrelated. E-commerce is a part of e-business. Okay, so we can say that e-business is a big thing, and e-commerce is a part of that. Yeah, it is a small thing. So e-commerce include only the buying and selling of goods and services, but in e-business what we do, we serve our customers, collaborate with them, with the business partners, conducting e-learning, processing electronic transactions, and so on. Okay, student, I hope you all understand the e-business. I repeat again, e-business, it is the process of carrying out business activity related to the both production and the distribution of goods electronically or by using internet is known as e-business. Means it is related to the both production and also distribution of goods. Distribution means to distribute to the customer, means trading. Okay, now E-commerce, as I said, that e-commerce is a part of e-business. Means e-business is a broader term and e-commerce is a narrow term. And e-commerce comes under e-business, but e-business never comes under the e-commerce. So we can say that e-commerce is a part of e-business. If we do the activity which is only related to buying, selling and transferring or exchanging the products and services or any information, then we can say that it is the e-commerce. Means when we do buying and selling and transferring and exchanging of products or any services or any information electronically, then it is known as e-commerce. But uh, a part of them, the production process, the distribution plus production when involved, then it become a broader term. Then we will call it the e-business. So what is the another e-business? So what is the another definition of e-commerce is the process of carrying out buying and selling of goods and services electronically is known as e-commerce. Man means when we buy or sell any product by using internet or network, okay, by using laptops, computers, phones, mobile phones, then what is this? This is a e-commerce. And what is the e-business? E-business all related to the production process also. When we talk only to the distribution of goods and services, then it is known as e-commerce. But when we talk about the distribution plus production, both the activities when involved, it is known as e-business. Okay students, so the difference between e-commerce and e-business, as I discussed, e-commerce covers outward facing process that touch customers, supplier, external partners including sale, marketing, order taking, delivery, customer care, purchasing of raw material and supply of production and procurement of indirect operating expenses item such as office supplies. Okay, so these are the examples of e-commerce. E-commerce includes the marketing, order taking, delivery, customer services, purchasing of raw material, supply of for production. What is it? All these involve the e-commerce. Now in e-business, it includes the e-commerce but also covers the internal process. And what is the internal process? Such as production, inventory management, product development, risk management, finance, knowledge management, human resource. So e-business strategy is more complex, more focused on internal process and aimed at the cost saving and provide improvement of efficiency, productivity and cost saving. So what is the another difference between the e-commerce and e-business? E-business is the internal process and e-commerce is the outward faces process. Understood students? Okay, now what is the traditional business? Mean how we do business in a traditional way, and now we are doing with business how digitalized by using um, internet. Means we do now a digital business. So what is the difference between that? The formation, the traditional business is very difficult due to the communication barriers, and the communication it takes a long time, and it is also very cost consuming. So it is very difficult to do a business in a traditional way. And now e-business is a simple and easy way. You make a website and you start doing your business uh, by displaying your product, and then customer will come and purchase your thing. And then they uh, they also made payment by using debit card, credit card, or there are many options like cash on delivery and etc. Next is physical preference. There in traditional business, physical appearance is most important. Like the shops, the physical appearance is required because people go there and then they purchase. Now in e-business, not required. Like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, what they do, they display the products of different brands, and they do a business, a electronic business. and then the customer demand, they also take their review and modify their product also, and do on the internal part also of the organization or any the production, and also provide the customer care services and customer support and credit facility, like by using credit card. Okay, so it is very easy, and it is physical appearance is not required. We make a website of, we need a web page where we go and purchase goods and services. Okay, now cost of setting up. The high cost is required because of, due to the physical appearance or the physical preferences. The cost is also high. We need a land, we need machineries, we need many things. Okay, now here, low, as no requirement of physical facilities like electricity and labor, we need a little, um, the labor cost and the any or many requirements are not the things which may uh, cost up cost increase the cost of the product is not required here. Okay, so dealing time is more. Now dealing time here is less. Transaction are settled immediately through the internet. Now here, opportunity for interpersonal touch. Here, look students, this is also a drawback. We can say that the drawback of the e-business, because we cannot touch the product. Okay, we cannot feel the product while we are doing e-business. But if we do a business traditionally, so the customer can go and touch the product, and um, after many things and many um, their demands, and after many after getting the more and more satisfaction, after that the consumer purchase the product, means it touch the product personally, and then he feel, if he feel good that yes, the product is very good, then he take that product. Okay, so if we do a e-business, this facility is not there. Okay, now global reach. Traditional, if we do a global reach, then we do a business in a country, or if we do to the another country, then the reach is not more, we go to the we go and produce sell our goods to 3 or 4 countries. Okay, but if we do e-business, we make a website, we make a app, like by using Amazon and Flipkart, then the reach of this web pages and websites are to it covers the global reach, means globally it covers. Okay, so in any part of the globe, means any part of the earth, they can reach and they sell their product. Okay, so transaction, here the transaction is less here due to the distance and autonomy in their product, and also we can say that due to the global reach, the transaction is also high. Okay, now scope of e-business. Look students, what is the scope of the e-business? Means we can also say that what are the types of e-business. Okay, the types and scope for e-business are same. So scope is divided into four parts, like B2B business, B2C business, C2C business, and intra B business. So let's start with the one, B2B business. B2B means business to business. Okay, commerce. So what is B2B e-commerce? The business to business e-commerce means it is simply defined as a commerce between, means the selling and purchasing of things and services between two companies, between two businesses. When one business or one company do a business to the another company, like selling Intel, selling their microprocessor to the Dell company, and hence selling ketchups to the McDonald's, then the two business are involved, two companies are involved, and they do their business. Means when two companies do a business electronically, then it is known as B2B, means business to business e-commerce. Now next one is B2C commerce. It is very common. B2C means business and customer, means where we we are the customer, we purchase things from the businessman who by the Amazon, Flipkarts, Nika, Myntra. There are many options. So we do, we go to their web pages, and then we select a product and then move that product to the cart, and then we place an order, and after that we pay through the, there are many payment mechanisms to pay for the payment, like cash on delivery, by digital cash, like Paytm, okay, by debit card, by credit card. There are many options to pay, okay. So what is this B2C e-commerce? B2C means business to consumer. It is a term used to describe a commerce transaction between a customer and an end consumer, business and end consumer. So it is very common, which we generally use this business to consumer, means consumer directly purchase product from the business, from the company, okay. Now next one is C2C commerce. Look students, C2C is also in a trend. C2C means consumer to consumer. So how consumer to consumer e-commerce do? Means when a consumer purchase or sell anything to the another consumer through by using internet is known as C2C e-commerce. It is simply between the private individuals or consumers. Look student, they are not dealing daily, okay. Like for example, Mary buying an iPod from a Tom on eBay, okay. Like there are many apps like OLX, okay, like Quicker. Here the second hand goods are sold by existing owner and to the new owner, okay. Means when a customer sell their used product to the another customer, then what is this? This is C2C commerce, and there are many options for this mechanism, like Quicker, like OLX, like eBay. Now and another example is also there, like me selling a car to my neighbor. So what is this? Through internet, okay, by using internet. So we can say that it is a C2C commerce. Now next is intra B commerce. Look students, when a commerce do under a department of a company, business, or we can say sharing of data, sharing of information under a department. Look student, in an organization or in a company there are many departments, like there is a production department, finance department, HR department, marketing department, okay. So when one department share information from one department to another department, like the marketing department give the information about the consumer's choice to the production department, and then the production department produce their product according to the information which is given by the marketing department to satisfy the demand of consumer. Then when they share their information through the medium of internet, so we can say that what is this? This is a intra B commerce. Intra B means when we transfer our ideas and information from one department to another department, but within a organization, okay. So what is this? This is a intra B commerce. Like there are some example, like transaction between two departments of one firm, and for example placing order and giving instruction to supplier, and communication of important information in a whole organization, recruitment, selection, training of the employees. All these are the example of intra B commerce, okay. Now I hope you all have understood all the points of e-commerce. Okay, scope of e-commerce or e-business, like B2B, B2C, C2C, and intra-B commerce. Okay, now what are the benefits and what are the limitations of e-business? Benefits means we can also known as the advantages, and limitation is also known as the disadvantages of e-business or merits or e-merits. Now, what are the benefits? Tell me, students. Think, what are the benefits when we do a business or any activity e-commerce in a, using electronically by using internet? So tell me, what are the benefits? Easy. It is very easy to start a e-business. We not need to establish a shop. We not need to need a physical presence. So it is very easy. What we do, we make a website through which we uh, display our products on that website, and after that we um, invite customer and sell our product to the customer. And at the same as by the point of view of consumer, it is very easy to purchase a thing or any goods from internet. Okay, so from the point of view of both, by the in the point from the point of view of businessman and the consumer, it is very easy. Next one is convenience. Look, student, it is very convenient. We do not need to, if we want to start a business, okay, like e-business, so we do not need to fulfill all the formalities and or any legal requirement to means like if we start a partnership firm or if we start a company, then there is a companies act under which we have to register and we have to fulfill all the formalities. Okay, so if so this is a very typical and very long process. But if we do a e-business, okay, so no, we not need to do such things. So very little formalities are required to fulfill here. Okay, next one is global reach. Global reach, uh, that I said, that if we do our business electronically by using internet, so we reach our product globally, means to the every part of earth. Okay, next is quick solution of doubts. Students, like as I said, if we purchase anything from, let's take an example, if we purchase anything from a Myntra, okay, and after the delivery of that product, the Myntra app give you a message and want your reviews. And if you write your reviews and if you are not satisfied, then the customer care of that Myntra called you and try to resolve your problem. Okay, and convince you that they do not repeat this mistake again. So there is very quick solution if we do a e-business. Next, safe payment. If you want to cash on delivery, then it is very safe. If we use your debit card, credit card, so it is not any illegal activities here involved here, so it is very safe payment. Now next is it saves time. If you want to purchase anything, then you have to roam here to this shop. If even if you are not satisfied, then you move to the um, another another city or to another place. So it takes lots of time. But if we do a e-business, then you will get all the items of all the colors, all the sizes at one place, means it saves our time. Okay, now these are the benefits of e-business. But if there is a benefit, then limitations are also there. Okay, now first one is low personal touch. Look, students, if we do our e-business, it is not possible to touch Okay, we only see what is the product, what are the material, what is the size, what is the color. So personal touch is missing if the we want a personal satisfaction that the product is fine. If we do our business traditionally, if we want something, if we want any cloth, and I go to the market and then we touch the product, the material of dress, then if I satisfy, then I purchase. But if we do a business, it may be risky, but because we are not sure that the products which appear in the app is really it is like that. Okay, so personal touch is missing. Now consume more time at the fulfillment of order. Look students, we place our order very quickly. We do not need to go